today on 15 on 15.
Aruba prepares for oil spills with a special training by Cure Oil. Plus, check out this climate portal that lets travelers feel the weather of their destination before boarding their flight. And the island celebrates Filipinos' Independence Day. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Oil spills rarely occur, but when it does, it is damaging, meaning every nation should be fully prepared in case an event as such occurs. Recently, a Cure Oil training took place, fully informing those who would be responsible during an oil spill on how to manage accordingly. The Cure Oil training started with theory. A representative from Cure Oil provided a presentation to alert those involved what to do in case of an emergency. It is necessary for the training to take place. If an oil spill occurs, there's only a small time frame allowed to be able to fully control the situation.
The purpose of today's exercise here in Aruba was to act upon the contingency plan that was put together for Cure Oil's bunkering operation here in Aruba. The personnel are now capable of deploying the containment boom to protect if there is any oil spilled into the water, as well as recovery device of the oil skimming system and recovery and storage.
After the theoretical part, it was all hands-on. The training took place outdoors, from small islands to big countries. Everywhere needs to be knowledgeable in case a spill takes place.
Yes, we're doing this quite often in various parts of the Caribbean. From here, I'm going to travel to Vancouver, Canada for an oil spill seminar that's taking place there.
The instructor on the Cure oil spill training is confident that after the sessions, those involved are prepared to take action when necessary.
There were many people that it was their first time in handling oil spill response equipment. Everyone did it with very good team approach and proper communication in handling the oil spill in a safe manner. Safety is number one. I am 100% satisfied that in the event that there is an oil spill here in Aruba, the trained personnel can now handle it.
Those who took part in the Cure Oil training have been certified. Their participation and effort were recognized at the end of the theoretical and practical training. In other local news, the Radisson property will either become the Hilton Aruba or another Lieuw all-inclusive. If you were to visit www.hiltonaruba.com, there is a countdown to the next court date, and visitors are asked a crucial question. Take a look. Once you are on the HiltonAruba.com page, you will see a countdown to June 17, 2015, which is the next Radisson, Hilton, and Lieuw court date. Below the countdown clock is a survey question asking all visitors to answer. Where would you rather stay in Aruba? Hilton, Radisson, Lieuw, or Marriott? When you vote, the website gives you the results of the poll, with the Hilton leading at 45%, following the Radisson at 39%, the Lieuw at 5%, and the Marriott at 8%. According to Bati Blakey, the poll is set up in preparation for the showdown in court of the Carlson Hotel Company and the Aruba Growth Fund over the rumored attempted sale of the Grand Dame to the Lieuw. Loyal guests of the Radisson are sad to see the property go.
I think this is the top-notch hotel on the island, and I know the Hyatt and the Marriott are well known because of their label, but the Radisson does it right here each and every time that I've been here.
Jeff says Aruba is a safe island. All-inclusives are for destinations with a high crime rate. Therefore, there is no need to confine tourists to one specific property.
I think it's very safe here. I personally walk back and forth from the Radisson all the way down to the Holiday Inn and the Hyatt on many occasions, and safety is not an issue.
There you have it. When we come back, we will take a look at an airport where it allows travelers to get a taste of the weather of their destination prior to boarding. Then we will tell you about Apple's new iOS 9 system, where it can even track how often you are having sex. And can you not eat meat for one day? More importantly, we will reveal why you should try to avoid it. All those topics and more coming right up, so stay with us. When we return, if we all consumed less meat, the global food industry would be more sustainable. Thank you for staying tuned. You are watching 15 on 15. I think it's fair to say most of us love to travel. Let's take Aruba, for example. Many of our tourists love the warm weather, but for first-timers, it would be good to know exactly what to expect with the wind and other elements. In Stockholm's Arlanda airport, they have installed a new climate portal that allows travelers to sample the weather at their destination before going there. Check this out. The climate portal. Feel the destination. That is what is written on this magical piece of equipment. The shiny booth, which will be in place until the end of August, uses live data from around the planet to stimulate a variety of weather environments. These are separated into 3 rooms: hot, cold, and big. The portal uses wind generators, temperature controllers, and audio-visual cues to recreate the experience of stepping into hot, dry deserts, chilled icy plains, or teeming cityscapes. The brains behind the climate portal say they wanted to explore the possibilities of not just taking you to your destination, but their destinations to you. They say it's a direct link to the whole world. It helps passengers prepare for their journey. This preview of where you are going tells you whether you will need to grab that warm sweater out of your carry-on or get an extra pair of sunglasses before boarding. Pretty cool. So one of the big tech news that took over headlines recently is Apple's iPhone updates to iOS 9 in the fall. Get this, ladies, your phone will be able to track how often you have sex and whether or not you used protection. This is all part of a new set of health kit features that will let you log information about menstrual cycles and specific physical changes such as body temperature, cervical mucus quality, and spotting. There will also be a way for people to track sexual activity in the pre-installed app. You can even input ovulation test results. There are no shortage of gizmos and apps already in the App Store that track reproductive health data, and the updated Health Kit app will work with those apps and devices as well. Apple is making more of an effort to develop software for female users, an area it had previously overlooked. iOS 9 will be available for the general public to test in July. Here's a question for you. Can you refrain from eating meat just for a day? A new BBC report has unveiled how unsustainable the way we all consume meat is. Could meat be damaging to both our health and the planet? A report by an environmental group says that rearing livestock uses up far more resources than producing other types of food, and it is becoming unsustainable. Butchers argue that meat is central to our diet culture, ultimately to our economy. Without people eating meat, they say, there would be no livestock, and agriculture business would be without livestock farmers. Health experts say meat is fine when it is balanced. Some of us do eat it too much. It isn't necessary to have meat in every meal, keep that in mind. Reducing the consumption can decrease the risk of developing certain cancers. China is a country where the demand for meat is skyrocketing. As the country gets richer, so do their taste. To put things into perspective for you, it takes 3,000 liters of water to produce a kilo of rice, whereas 15,000 liters of water is needed for a kilo of beef. So reducing meat consumption is one of the ways to help our food go further and help to reduce the environmental impact of farming. I could do one day, not sure if I can resist for more than that. Let's take a really quick break. Here's a word from one of our sponsors. Aruba celebrates the Filipino culture. Next. Friday was a significant day for the Filipino community in Aruba and everywhere in the world. Political figures, Filipino ambassadors, youths, and more came together to commemorate this country's independence. Here are a few words from key speakers.
We encourage youths to become a leader for the future. We build on the professional character side of also the youths. To have a voice, to be confident in themselves, to participate in debating, and ultimately to make a difference in our community. As President of the Youth Parliament of Aruba, together with my board and members standing with me today, we want to be something unique this year.
We hope that our experience shows the value of promoting dialogues, accepting compromise, but also necessity to respecting principles and cherishing values. We hope that our struggle to accommodate diversity under the flag will inspire others to succeed.
Nations around the world, heroes in several countries, have fought for independence of their nations from countries suppressing them. For the Philippines, this is no exception. 170 years ago, on June the 12th, 1898, the time came for you to become independent from the Spanish colonial rule of more than 300 years.
A tribute to all Filipinos, whether residing in our country or overseas, and that also count as all here Filipinos in Aruba, to be united and free. And I want to tell you, all of you, that I'm proud of each and every one of you. Legals or illegals, I'm still proud of you. We have to unite. We have duties and obligation to our future generation. They are not allowed to forget the value of our independence and to be free to continue to carry on with the best our country can offer. Let us unite because we are one blood, Filipino.
Congratulations to the Filipino community. Thanks for being with us. Join us weeknights at 7:15 p.m. for local updates and trending lifestyle topics. We will see you here on Channel 15 ATV.